The Kazakh language is one of the richest languages in the world, with roots reaching deep into antiquity and linguistic and cultural continuity with ancient civilizations. Valuable information about the origins, ancient characteristics, and civilizational role of the Kazakh language can be found in various scientific studies and historical sources. Today, research increasingly reveals the connections between the Kazakh language and the Sumerian civilization. The Sumerian civilization, which flourished between approximately 6000 and 3000 BCE, is recognized as one of the earliest known societies in human history. The Sumerian language was based on an agglutinative system, where words were expanded with suffixes and endings to modify meaning, a core feature also characteristic of Turkic languages. In 1856, researcher Edward Hinks was the first to demonstrate that the Sumerian language was agglutinative. This discovery laid the foundation for comparing the structural similarities between the Sumerian language and the Scythian Saka, Turkic, and particularly Kazakh languages. Soviet scholar V.I. Avdiev, in his work History of the Ancient East, emphasized the presence of Turkic elements in the Sumerian language and culture. Similarly, German archaeologist Kurt Walter Karam, in his book Gods, Graves, and Scholars, arrived at comparable conclusions regarding the Sumerian civilization and its language. The renowned Kazakh poet and thinker Olja Suleymanov consistently highlighted the linguistic parallels between Sumerian and ancient Turkic in his works. Further evidence supporting these connections comes from genetic studies led by A. Kleosov and other Soviet and American geneticists who demonstrated DNA similarities between the Sumerians and Turkic peoples. This finding supports the idea of not only linguistic but also genetic continuity, confirming that Turkic peoples, including the Kazakhs, maintained biological and cultural links with ancient civilizations. Among the first scholars to decipher the Turkic inscriptions were V. Thompson and V. Radlov, who contributed significantly to their integration into scholarly discourse. Based on these runic texts, Soviet scholar S.N. Klyashtorny concluded that there was no civilization other than the Turkic civilization, a bold and well-substantiated statement within the field of Turkology. Kazakh researcher Adalbek Ishanbekuli has also made significant contributions to this field. Analyzing over 1,000 Sumerian words and phrases, he demonstrated their striking proximity to the Kazakh language. Ishanbekuli suggests that the name Sumer is pronounced in Kazakh as Shimmer or Sumerin, and notes correspondences between Sumerian names and Kazakh dynastical names such as Kangli, Kipchak, and Konirat. He further interprets the word Sumer as meaning Shomjur, elevated land, Jumir, rounded, or Shimjur, dense land. According to his findings, the Sumerians identified themselves as free people from the sacred side, or rulers of the world, essentially Khans, and even had a state referred to as Kazakh, aligning with the primary meaning of the word Kazakh as free man. The Sumerians referred to their language with the term M, signifying a language of signs, gestures, and healing properties. They also called it the language of ceremony, Saltili, and the language of song, Jirtili, concepts resonant with the profound poetic and musical traditions of the Kazakh people. In conclusion, the study of the Kazakh language's connection with ancient civilizations is not merely an exploration of linguistic history. It is also a journey into the national memory and cultural code of the Kazakh people. The Kazakh language is not just a contemporary means of communication, but a spiritual legacy from the depths of millennia, the golden thread of Turkic civilization. The linguistic, cultural, and genetic continuity between the Sumerians and the Kazakhs provides not only a theoretical basis, but also an opportunity to reassess the place of the Kazakh people in the historical arena.